Guys, I've hit the mother lode. I am the Dangan! Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Thanks for being here. My name is Gangarold, and this is some Dragon's Dogma 2. That is right. So you might be asking yourself, why am I playing this game? I thought you were playing Marvel's Midnight Suns. I still am. But a bit burnt out on it, to be honest. And there was an opportunity to get this because it went on sale. 20% off, which is pretty good. This is a game that's kind of on the old side. I mean, it's, 5 months ago, maybe? It's not as old as Elden Ring, at least the base game. But the thing is, I'm a big fan of the original Dragon's Dogma and Dark Arisen. I put like at least over 100 hours into those games. And I was one of those nerds who was really excited when the announcement came that CAPCOM was going to release Dragon's Dogma 2. Super excited, because the thing about Dragon's Dogma is that it was a cult classic. It had the potential to be like a AAA really big game, but there were a few too many flaws in it. But it had so much charm and so many good things going for it that I just couldn't wait to see what they would do with Dragon's Dogma 2. My impression was that they were going to fix the problems that were in the original Dragon's Dogma to truly elevate the series into a AAA game. But what happened was, when the release date came around, reviews for it were lukewarm at best, if we're to be generous. And from what I was able to gather, it seemed that instead of working on fixing the problems that were in the original release, they basically just rebooted or remade the series. I mean, you can kind of even see it here. I mean, what's on the title screen? Dragon's Dogma. It's Dragon's Dogma 2. Are they pretending like it's the first game? Now, I haven't seen any of the story. I've avoided anything that had to do with the story in terms of videos or anything like that. I can tell you the original story of Dragon's Dogma it's about a cycle of rebirth and death and rebirth of a land. Dragon is responsible for that, and you are the Arisen. You're supposed to supplant the dragon, take its place, or stop the cycle, or something like that. I don't know exactly. The original Dragon's Dogma, the expansion pack was about an Arisen like you, who fell in love with his pawn, and the pawn took the form of his mother or something weird like that. I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. I don't know. Anyway, this Arisen went evil, took over an island called Bitter Black Isle, and started killing Arisen from multiple dimensions and trying to kill the cycle off and cause Armageddon. Again, I don't know. So we'll be seeing if they just redo that or if they do something differently. I know they've introduced this cat-like race, which was not in the original. In any case, whatever. So anyway, because of those reviews, those original reviews, and reactions to it, and because it was at full price, it was very expensive. I just didn't think it was worth it. Plus, I didn't have a channel back then, so I didn't really have super incentive to play other than my own interest. Hey, that statue cut off the dragon's head. They really don't like dragons in this world. I get it. Anyway, it's now it's like the middle of August, and it's gone on sale, 20% off, like I said. It's still gonna be a while until Metaphor ReFantasia and Dragon Age the Veiled Guard come out. Well, let's play some Dragon's Dogma. Why not? And if you want proof that I was a big fan, Dragon's Dogma, the wind is pushing me. Don't worry, I'll put up a place where you can skip this. In fact, I'll put it earlier. Remember, you can skip all this. Just go to this timestamp right here. I am the Dangan, or something like that. That's Dragon's Dogma. Dragon Dogma 2, the song was As I wander cold and inane, wither now my mother, my flame, and beyond the coils of light, the life I desired. That had like a theme for the boss fight that was, I had lyrics in it and everything, in both English and Japanese. So pretty cool. Now, is that proof enough, you Philistines? Let's get started. One thing I love about Dragon's Dogma is that you, just like in Baldur's Gate, you create two characters. Create two characters, customized, fully customizable. Now, okay, we're going to start off with a quote, just like the original Dragon's Dogma. This is French. I can't read it because it's conviction is the human will that reaches its greatest power. Honor de Balzac. Balzac. I know it's a petty thing to be happy about, but I'm happy about it anyway. Despite this game taking place in a medieval European setting, a lot of chocolate. A lot of chocolate in the crowd. I like that. It's a simple thing to do. Thank you, Capcom.
On a guess, lend me your ears. Long has our Fevrimond suffered, without a true monarch to guide her and her people. Decades have passed since last His Majesty Erland sat atop the Draken throne. Long have we endured, yet it has not been for naught. At last, the bell has tolled on the age of the console.
Oh no.
At last, we may celebrate the coming of our rightful ruler.
You've had to endure democracy or not having a monarchy for years.
Of the sovereign.
Huzzah. My voice is going. I need some pulse.
Such an inspiring visage. Your Majesty shall have my eternal fealty.
Your Majesty, oh how long I have awaited this moment.
Get in your pants, people. Jeez. These people really want to be ruled. Is that me? Am I sovereign? Ooh, thank you. Some libation.
Behold,
Yum, 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 yum.
before you sits the rightful inheritor of the Draken throne, chosen by the dragon as its enemy.
Yay.
Behold and rejoice! Fortune has delivered us our savior at last! At last! Praise be, for only the sovereign's guidance
Okay.
can lead us true.
So they're afraid of the dragon. That's why
All
they
hail
want
the sovereign!
to be ruled.
Let all present pledge their allegiance to the sovereign. Let us be united in the hope that our liege's reign will ne'er end. Long live the sovereign of Vermont!
Oh.
Arisen, thou who wouldst slay the dragon,
It doesn't sound like the dragon.
if thou seekest to behold this world in its true aspect, abandon thy reason. Cast aside thine heart and thy life both. I ask thee to demonstrate thy will, for naught but thine ambition can alter the course of the rivers of fate.
Oh. Arisen seems to be having a difficulty. Excavation site jail. That's how that's pronounced. It's an old-timey way of spelling jail. I learned that from Elden Ring. The rain is pushing me. Nice stuff, bro. This is where we can
Now, which one
create
of you
our
was it?
character.
No need to be shy. I've just got to take down a record of your name and face. Come on, step
I'm
forward.
telling you anything. Alright, you can either select a prisoner to use as a preset, or select a hooded prisoner to customize your character's appearance from a blank slate. Now, we've already created our character, and I'm going to have to give a shout out to a YouTube channel called Fashion Little Outlaw, because they're a great character creator. Usually I have no problem with character creators, like for example in this game, like in Baldur's Gate 3, you create 2 custom characters. And the character creator in Baldur's Gate 3, it's very simple, it's very easy, I should say, to make a appealing looking character, a character that fits the image in your head. This one, it's easier to screw up because it's a very robust character creator, very detailed, and it's easier to mess up and not get the person you have in your head. So I needed assistance, and Fashion Little Outlaw, I'll put the link in the description. Shout out to them. So let's meet our Arisen, shall we?
Aha! I thought I recognized you.
Use existing character data to create the Arisen. Yes. Here she is. This is Rhoda. Rhoda Vanderwoerd. Now, Rhoda is basically a character that I created for a comic book I had written and drawn like over a decade ago, a long time ago, called Donnybrook. I'll tell you more about her in that comic a little later. It's not super relevant to now, but let's have a double look at her, make sure. Yep. Now, to tell the truth, this is sort of the second go I had about creating this character. One thing I'm going to be curious about is her walking animation. Last character I tried to create did not have the best walking animation. As for mage, going for mage because it's very powerful, very support oriented. I like support classes, actually I do. I did try Archer, and I like Archer. So, and the thing about Dragon's Dogma is that it does encourage you to swap vocations and play as many vocations as possible. It does encourage you to do that. So we'll see who we'll be sticking with in terms of vocation. But we'll be starting out with mage for sure. Let's get going. So let's change her age. In the comics, she was like a little older, so like let's say 24. She was just getting out of the graduate of the police academy and special forces and stuff like that. So 24, I think. Okay. Sorry about the weird breathing sounds you might be hearing. Clear that out. See if that works. Welcome back, Rhoda. Rhoda's also a character.
Like that look in your eyes. 'Tis queerly brazen for a pawn.
You're queerly brazen. We're big fat jerk. She was this is going to be the Arisen and Pawn combo I used when playing the original Dragon's Dogma. So she's back. Welcome back, Rhoda.
Most of your kind have eyes blank as a cadaver's. Mayhap 'tis only natural, seeing as how you rise from the dead. There's aught different about you, though. Could it be that you fear death just as we mortals do?
I don't fear your death if you keep talking to me like that.
Worry not, vessel. 3 days here, and you'll be longing for death's sweet embrace. Come along, you feckless dullards.
So usually it's the Arisen that has the ability to control pawns. This guy apparently has the ability to do so too. I gather it's due to the fancy stick he's got on his back. That's rife for abuse because pawns are essentially humans, except that they have no will of their own. They'll just do what they're told. Oh, imagine the kind of abuse that you could do with that. I don't want to imagine it. Thankfully, though, my character is not quite. Okay, this is a better. Well, actually, I won't be able to tell until she starts to run a little faster. I think this actually might be the same running animation. Anyway, we can change the running animation. It's weird because the game doesn't. When you create a character, you have a preview for the walking animation like this, but you don't get a preview for a running animation. So they got pawns in this part of the world, but they're made to be having the same situation. Cause
Alms. Alms for the less fortunate.
I'm in the same boat, sister. Wait for the end. Yeesh. Because Rhoda's walking now like she's got something wedged in there. That'd be easier to have better walking animations in the first game. Excavation site. The hole. What are they excavating? Under something that looks like a coliseum. Me ill like this.
What do you think you're up to, layabout? Get a move on!
I have a name, sir, and it's Rhoda van der Woerd. Maybe faster now, or what? Oh. What? Is that a pawn?
I've no time for you now. Leave me be.
What's that mean? Forced walking, forced walking.
Do your injuries pain you? Pray, do not overexert yourself.
Rook. Rook is the first pawn that you meet in the first Dragon's Dogma. He looks exactly the same. Except, well, not exactly the same. He looks a lot worse. But in the original Dragon's Dogma, same face and hair and everything else. Just not a slave.
This is no place for one of your ilk. 'Tis harsh beyond measure. Even we pawns are pushed to the brink.
So he doesn't seem to think I'm a pawn.
You ought not anger the overseer. Let us proceed to the site.
Jog. Okay, I can move faster. Okay, so it's the same running animation. Tried to fix that. Oh. Maybe I set everything at 0.
I ought to give up. Let the Reaper claim me.
I'll not stick my head where it will get cut off.
Time for you to
Go.
get to work.
Jeez. Jailed Awakening. Pick up a boulder. Hey, why are you such a dick?
Get to work, you rotten layabout. If that's not clear enough for you, ask the other vessels what to do. I've not the time to train you.
You think being a slave master and having everyone else do work for you would
Pray,
make
do
you
not impede me, sir. I'm on duty.
a more likable person?
You are
you'd be able
prepared
to
to
be
work.
more relaxed, but it's
Then
the
you ought
opposite.
begin by carrying stones out from the station in the back and bringing them here.
And what about you, Rick? Maybe you already brought those. Okay, we can light our lantern. Nice. Okay. Really constructing my controls to only know what I'm being taught what to do. So we can grab stuff. R2, release it if we grab something by
The
accident.
vicinity is quite cluttered. Pray leap, or aught that poses a hindrance to you.
Well, sorry, sister, but I don't know how to jump. Never mind. I now can jump. Huh. Huh. Look at me, carrying rocks, and I'm jumping. Huh. Oh god, this is my life. Okay.
A job well done. Now the next step is to...
Is to what?
What
Oh,
is
I got
this commotion?
crushed.
Perhaps we ought to investigate.
Ought we? Maybe we could just, you know, not. Ought
What
we
is this
investigate?
commotion? Perhaps we ought to investigate.
Fine. Okay, that sounds like a dragon.
You've made yourself an enemy.
Talking to my.
This
Can't
is
be talking to me. Oh, it's a Medusa. Oh crap. Doesn't even have to, you don't even have to look at it.
No.
They can look at you.
Damn thing's been awoken.
What do you mean awoken?
You but fell that fiend, even at the cost of your lives.
Whop. Dead. The pawns are immortal, so I
Get me out of here.
can just keep coming back to life. Do something, Rhoda. Yeah. Pick it up. See what to do, gal. Have wolf and feet, I think. Magic bolt. I don't know if I'm. Oh, it's coming.
Almost vulnerable when it
Cave vibration. Oh, crap.
Take care not to let your foes draw too near before you...
Burn!
But should the battle turn dire, keep in mind that you do have recovery magic at your disposal.
Yes, I am the healer.
Boulders
burn it up again.
life can make effective weapons whenever combated.
Yeah, throw it. Oh god. Okay, let's find something to throw. Like this. I just ran right over it. Grab it. No. Just pick it up, okay? Now, okay, throw it.
Delivering targeted strikes.
Oh, it's turning someone's stone. Grab it. Get some help, guys. Oh god. Burn it. There we go. I won't see it. Getting pushed around by its tail. Looks like we did enough damage.
Are you unharmed?
Consign it.
You ought flee while you can.
Consarn it. Isn't that something like
The charge awaits you.
people said in the old time in the
Remain in
West?
this place forever.
And you? My head.
You have lost your memories. 'Tis surely the work of a fell curse, but worry not. You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisen.
Risen? Whoa. Charmed rook.
The accursed creature escaped.
Consarn it if I can.
Oh, you! Get back here!
It is funny they keep the running animation.
This way, Arisen!
They keep the running animation in cutscenes.
Let us flee.
Look, you have to tell me twice. I'm dashing. Might not look it, but I'm dashing in the daintiest way possible. There's our friend again. You have to tell me twice.
one could survive a fall from this height. Not even a pawn.
I am no pawn, sir. And I'll see you in hell.
Stand there! Shoot it down!
Okay, Griffin. Go. Whee!
It's getting away! Bring it down! Bring it down!
Go now, lost soul. Learn all you can of this world you must protect.
Thanks, mysterious stranger. I'm sure you're not evil. I'm sure you don't have some kind of crazy Machiavellian plan to take over the world or something. I don't know. Wow, there you go. See, that's what I was talking about earlier. Dragon's Dogma 2, right? I really feel like they're treating this like a reboot, not a sequel. Understand it, Griffin. You're getting shot at. There you go. Well, regardless of whether it's a reboot or not, it sure looks like Dragon's Dogma, and it looks great, of course. Riding on the back of a griffin. Oh. Oh. I want a bank. Bank left, bank right. Please don't shoot. That's gonna hit. And that's how the Arisen died. Well, that's Dragon's Dogma 2, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. The end. No, not this Arisen. Not this tale. Oh, that's my phone. Don't wake me. So don't wake me. Get up, samurai. Oops. Rip.
Pray, keep your distance, Arisen.
That's the brine.
Worry not for me. The brine may swallow me whole, but I will not perish. There is a stone not far from here, known as a rift stone. Pray, seek it out. If you're truly the Arisen, then our paths will surely cross again.
Rhoda's got that look on her face like, dude, that looks painful.
Boy, are you all right? What happened here?
Killed that griffin, barehanded. Then we both fell.
A griffin appears one moment and falls the next. And now you stand before me. Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back?
You got me. I wish there was kind of like auto dialogue option. At least an option.
Tis a
Whatever.
wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your story.
Justin, do you have two ends to make you seem a little more medievalish? Okay, well.
A single bolt from a ballista. And well aimed at that. Must be one of Sir Leonard's from out of Melv.
Sir Leonard's. Out of Melv.
This'll be a right mess to clean up. Who knew there'd be a cavern round here?
There's a cavern around there, huh? See if I can mark that on my map so I remember that for later. Where am I? Here? Yeah. What's this? Waterfall. Set waypoint. Can I do that? What? It's not exactly a map marker, but it'll do. Alright. Open the map to view your current location and check the surrounding terrain. Information about places you have previously visited will also be displayed on the map. Reloading the game. If the Arisen dies, you have the option to load from last save. But with a slight increase. Oh, so even though it's they added a bit more Dark Souls-y stuff to like punish you for dying, because you can reload, but you'll have a little less health. While this option does allow you to keep playing without losing too much progress, having your maximum health reduced puts you at significant disadvantage. Interesting. You also have the option to load from last in rest. So you'll lose all your progress, but you'll be at full health. Interesting that they've added some Dark Souls-y kind of punishment to dying. Ooh, treasure. Sorry, just didn't. Loose oblivious drought. Very good. It's a health potion. Won't go
Where
bad.
exactly is this jail you say you escaped from, anyway? I've never heard of such a place. There's certainly naught like that here in Vermont. Could it be you were held in the neighboring country of Batal?
Maybe.
Nay, I suppose that's unlikely. We've been estranged from Batal ever since the war. It is difficult to imagine any citizen of Vermont being sent here.
But, Rhoda's skin will look a bit darker. Something I'll want to change. While exploring the wilderness, you'll come across a wide variety of military, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'll read the stuff that, seems a little more important, but that's not your typical RPG fare. So far, everything's pretty much one for one from Dragon's Dogma, except for the better graphics, of course. Goblins, those little shitfields.
Goblins! Let's take up your weapons,
Fie.
sir. You'll be needing it.
Fie. I got this.
If you find your strength lacking, buy the curative or have a bit of green orange.
Burn, goblin filth.
When one of the fiends comes, best guard or dodge, else you'll be sore on the morrow.
I just can't hear you over the burning.
It will give you an advantage against their ranks. Employ guarded attacks to get the enemy to flinch.
Did you get it? Here's a heal just in if you need it.
Where are you going? I'll not force you. There are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of monsters and their ilk. If you're not squeamish about picking at their bones, that is.
Oh no. Not me. In fact, we got some things that we can combine. We can make a salubrious drought by combining, okay. You can combine two materials to create a new item. When combining, you can choose the materials individually or select a combination you previously tried. You can also prioritize the inventory you want materials to be taken from first, the Arisen's or their pawns. So it'll be ending the episode once we get our main pawn, which should be coming up shortly. Because Rhoda is so small, we don't have a lot of carry weight. So inventory management is going to be a thing. Like that. More gobbies. Hey, what'd you say? Burn! Heal him. Okay, we can hold on to a flinching enemy. Oh, I'm the one who's flinching now. What'd you say? Forwards? I got him. Level 2. Oh, can get these. Beast skin. 150 G's. We're gonna need money. Things are very expensive in this game. Mage. So this is fundamentals of being a mage. They use staves for magic, and they can cure. Unlike sorcerers who are pure DPS, mages have some attacks, but they also have a lot of defensive and supporting skills. Cure magic is just triangle. It's always a triangle, and then spells must be incanted. That's, you've seen that little gauge. You can change targets. You've seen me do that. Auxiliary incanting. Basically, if there's another mage in the party and they cast the same spell that you're incanting, they'll be cast faster, which is really useful for because the more powerful the spell that you use, the longer it takes to incant it. But as you'll see, mages have skills that help really speed up the speed of incanting certain spells. All spells, actually. What's going on here?
Welcome, Arisen.
Oh, you're a pawn.
The pawns have long awaited your arrival.
What is this? Pawns? They bend the knee to you so readily, but then... No. Surely you cannot be the Arisen.
You seek the Riftstone, do you not? We can take you to it.
Please do.
Pray. Come this way.
I need my partner in crime.
Before you stands a Riftstone.
Pretty.
'Tis a gate by which we of the Pawn Legion may cross o'er into this world.
Pretty.
Pray. Summon your pawn. Simply paint with your mind's eye the loyal attendant whom you would have serve you.
This is where you get to create your main pawn, or if you've already created them like me, you can just bring them in. Let's bring her in. This is Winnie Winters. So the story behind Winnie and Rhoda is they come from a comic book I made, like I said, called Donnybrook. I'll put a link to it in the description. It's pretty old. I don't make it anymore, obviously. But in that one, basically superheroes all have government liaisons. Basically, FBI, they're kind of like FBI agents that strictly are partnered up to work with a superhero. Rhoda is the liaison, so she's just a regular human, whereas Winnie is a superhero called, she has no real moniker, but she is an immortal superhero, functionally immortal superhero who got her powers back right before World War II. So she likes going around punching Nazis and beating them up. She had super strength and vulnerability, but no like laser vision or flight or anything like that. And she's really impulsive and kind of stupid, where Rhoda is smart and tactical and stuff like that. And they were the odd couple, and at first they didn't get along, but over time they really got along, and a real strong friendship was formed. And yeah, so these are the characters I played with on my first Dragon's Dogma, and they're coming back. She's going to be a fighter for now, but I am going to make her a warrior as soon as I possibly can. Let's get in there, Winnie. Welcome to the fight.
This world is connected to innumerable other realms beyond the rift, which pawns, such as myself, are able to traverse. My kind is duty-bound to serve you, Arisen, and to use the knowledge we glean in these distant worlds to your benefit.
It is nice that they give everyone a lantern automatically.
I myself look forward to traveling alongside you and using my experiences beyond the rift to enrich your adventures.
Same here, Winnie. Well, looking forward to traveling alongside you.
A pawn summoning before my very eyes.
Huh?
You truly are the Arisen then. Strange. I thought the Arisen was in the capital.
Well, I don't know about that.
Surely there's only meant to be one Arisen. Fie, this is all beyond my ken.
Fie.
The Watchhead would know what to do, I'm sure. Though, as luck would have it, he's away. I suppose we'll save any further questions till the Watchhead returns. You're free to do as you like afore then. What? You've no memories, you say? Mayhap you could make for Melve then. 'Twas set upon by the dragon not long ago. The Arisen is said to bear some deep connection to the dragon. Should you be Arisen, mayhap you'll recall aught of import there.
Melve. They said that I was shot out of the sky from someone at Melve. That's fun. So I'm supposed to go there. Border Watch Outpost, Northern Watch Encampment. Okay, looks like this is where we'll be starting our adventure. Riftstones. By touching a riftstone, the Arisen can travel to the bridge atwixt worlds, which a great many pawns traverse as they journey beyond the rift. This allows the Arisen to summon pawns who meet their specified preferences. These pawns will not level up while they are accompanying you, however, so you might find that you need to hire some new support at regular intervals. Absolutely, you'll need to. But...
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know.
Sure. Okay, I was going to end the episode, but let's ask her their question. Let's ask Luke's questions here. Tell me of pawns.
Nomads, we are oft called. Born in other worlds, we travel here by means of the riftstones that we might aid you, Arisen. However, I cannot speak as to our true nature, for I know of it not. None of us do. We do not need to. We merely do as we are commanded.
Tell me of the riftstones.
Riftstones are gates that connect this world to a multitude of others. By their power have we crossed into this world. And when our mission is done, by their power shall we return to our own.
Okay, tell me of the Arisen.
'Tis the name given to fate's chosen, those destined to command the Pawn Legion and safeguard the world from the threat of the dragon. Even with your memories lost to you, I am afraid you cannot escape your fate.
Yeah. All right.
Very well. May fortune speed you on your way, Arisen.
Hey, we got 120 rift crystals for that. Pawn inclinations. Let's just read this real quick. There are 4 types of pawn inclinations. When you enter the covenant with your main pawn, you'll be able to select an inclination for them. This will determine certain aspects of the pawn's behavior, including their manner of speech and the actions they tend to take. However, all pawns serve the Arisen faithfully, regardless of their inclination. Alright. Kind-hearted pawns. These pawns are attentive to the Arisen and their allies and are quick to aid them when they are in need. In battle, they prioritize support, holding down foes, and casting beneficial enchantments. Loyal and dutiful, they're devoted to the Arisen and prefer to remain by their side. This, I think, is really good for a mage pawn, if you're going to make a mage pawn. I've seen a lot of mage pawns with a straightforward inclination. I think that's not good. Ow. Just scratched myself on my table. Because, and you'll see what a straightforward pawn is like. But I think if you're going to make a mage pawn, they should be kind-hearted. Just to maximize their efficiency. Because then they'll be healing people. This game can be quite brutal in terms of difficulty sometimes. Sometimes. At least early on. Calm pawns. These pawns are strategic thinkers who can be counted upon to assist the Arisen no matter the difficulty faced. In battle, they are concerned with survival, favoring defense and evasion, and employing clever tactics to best their foes. Shrewd and efficient, they will dispose of unneeded items in their packs on their own initiative. That's another one that's good for a support or pawn like a mage. Simple pawns. These pawns are earnest and adventurous and will ensure the Arisen's journey is filled with new discoveries. As keen explorers, brimming with curiosity, they are highly observant and tend to be most concerned with gathering items and examining their surroundings. They're also generous by nature and will often gift their finds to their companions, so any pawn is good for that, offensive or defensive. Straightforward pawns. These pawns are candid and impulsive and sure to make the Arisen's journey an unforgettable experience. Adept at spotting enemies from afar and blessed with fighting spirit, they are apt to rush headlong into battle, tackling even larger monsters with unflinching courage. Their bold and decisive assaults can turn the tide when all seems lost. So this is Winnie's inclination, not because of anything that they wrote here, but just because it would, or any metagaming on my part, but because it fits her personality to a T. To a T, I said. It's just pawns. We've seen everything that were told to us. Alright, we probably need to go in here. Okay. This episode will end eventually. Oh, I'm sure of it. Alright, so we do need some pawns. Wow, look at this guy. So as you can see, this guy's got actually costs RC Rift Crystals. That's because it's a level 8 pawn and we're only level 2. So basically, the higher level the pawn is over yours, the more expensive they will be. Any pawn below or at your level is free. So that's what we're going to be looking for. We'll need an archer and either another mage or maybe a thief to round things out. Okay, all we could do is we can use this and do a search and say maximum level, just going for 2, that's our budget. As for vocations, we're looking for probably not going to be any warriors because these are advanced, so they're not advanced vocations, so they're not going to come in at level 2. But we'll put them there anyway. And search. Okay, this is a little better. Since let's see if we get some dudes to round out the party. 1 beastie and 1 human.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
Sure, you're hired. I mean, at level 2, I'm not really expecting much.
Shall we discuss tactics now or later?
Later. Ugh. Okay, pawn quests are tasks given to your main pawn to be completed beyond the rift. You set the task and must stipulate the reward for the Arisen who hires your main pawn to receive upon the task completion. Pawn quests provide valuable opportunities for you to obtain items and acquire pawn badges, so you should endeavor to get your pawn hired as often as possible. When setting a reward for the Arisen who hires your main pawn to receive, you can either select specific items or nominate a sum of gold. Items will be removed from your inventory. Gold will be subtracted from your funds. It is also possible to trade with other Arisen by setting the retrieval of items you desire as the pawn quest objective. Okay, so we got that. Should we get a thief? Since, unlike the first game, where thieves and rogues can both use daggers and bows, in this game, archers only use bows and thieves only use daggers. Let's see if we can find a guy with daggers. This guy looks interesting.
They say thieves strike swift as the wind and sudden as a thunderbolt. I shall endeavor not to disappoint.
Right. You're hired.
Are you fit to travel? Then let's not dawdle.
In first. Try one more time. Yeah, guess I have to rest out an inn first. I think there is an inn. this one.
Like it or not,
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Yeah, sure. They want us to sleep at regular intervals.
Boy there, you seem well tired. Tell you what, you can stay here tonight free of charge. I'll expect coin from tomorrow, mind. My pa always used to say, there's naught a good night's sleep can't fix. Not much else I can offer, I'm afraid, but you'll find all sorts at a finer inn. Aye, being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. Still, 'tis worth devoting yourself to a vocation if you can. Opens up new doors, it does. You should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you prefer it. They've much more to offer.
Okay. Yeah, so definitely not. It's gonna be free this time, but it's gonna be a lot more expensive next
You
time.
shan't hear me complain about an early repose.
A moment long awaited. I knew 'twas only a matter of time before your skills reached.
Did we actually make money? Yeah, I think we
do
did.
say
We got.
things come to those who wait.
I guess that was a quest. All right. Let's check one more time now. Yes. Okay. So I'll write down her Pawn ID and I'll put it in the description of every episode. So feel free to hire Winnie if you want. Be nice to her. She deserves it. But yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.